Greetings, everyone. Well, we are living in one of the noisiest periods in business history, and I'm sure that's not a surprise to any of you. I believe the future belongs to leaders who become more human, not less human, not too dependent on technology, but using it in a strategic way. We have a visibility gap, and what we're seeing is visibility alone no longer creates the opportunity. It used to. If you were visible, you created an opportunity to attract a large number of people to your ecosystem, to your audience. However, because the world has gotten noisier, and the use of tools and technology has become more prevalent. Some businesses are not using them as strategically as they should. They're just kind of throwing them out there or listening to experts who may not really be experts. And that's causing more confusion in the marketplace. My name is Victoria Huff. I'm the founder of thehappyexecutive.com. We help people, mainly CEOs and founders of tech and healthcare companies, to be heard, get seen, and earn more revenue and recognition. As somebody that has used technology strategically since 2008, I can tell you that technology is always going to be used in our business and in the businesses of our clients. The question is, how can it be used? And technology is meant to enhance our presence, not detract from it. That's super important that we understand that. Because, like I said, visibility alone no longer creates opportunity. But if you go back maybe 4 or 5 years, it did. It did create a lot of opportunity. Now, what we're seeing is recognition and trust creates that opportunity. And it can be exhausting to try to keep up, to try to figure out what's going on. And a lot of businesses don't even realize that they are repelling their potential clients versus attracting them. Now, you may say, well, what's changing in this era of AI? And I can tell you that there are a few things. First of all, is automation overload. Secondly, is content flooding. And again, more like if you've heard that analogy, like throwing spaghetti at the wall. A lot of businesses are still just posting to post instead of posting to share their knowledge, to build that recognition, to build that trust. And now more than ever in 2026, people are craving humanity. People are craving connection. Meaningful conversations matter more now than ever. And I'm not talking about meaningful conversations with an AI bot. That can be part of your strategy. However, it needs to be a human to human conversation. Okay. And there is a lot of AI generated sameness that doesn't build recognition, that doesn't build trust. So now, as far as AI grows, human trust becomes more and more valuable. And people don't need more noise, they just need more confidence in how you may be able to help them achieve that outcome that they're seeking. I like to talk about human first visibility. And what that really means is focusing on thoughtful leaders who are really built for this era. They're built to be heard. They're visible without shouting. They have conversations and they understand those conversations create opportunity. Thoughtful leaders also understand that not every conversation is meant to lead to a client. We have to keep in mind category of one positioning, trust over tactics, and ecosystems over the algorithm. Now, You may say, what do I mean by that? I mean, it's important to build the trust so that the right people in the right room come forward to join your ecosystem, to join your email and your text list so that you can continue to develop that relationship, so you can continue to add value. Your ecosystem for your business or your personal brand for that matter is more important than the algorithm. We are not meant to be a slave to the algorithm. The algorithm is actually meant to help us. We are supposed to be in the flow with the algorithm. Okay. So we at thehappyexecutive.com like to refer to the following framework. And that framework is be heard, get seen, earn more. What I can break down for you is the be heard is more of that confidence, the clarity in the messaging, right? That's important for your business. Getting seen, but being strategic about that visibility. Because, like I said at the beginning, visibility alone no longer creates that flood of opportunity. And then the third component of the framework is earning more. So, building trust, having conversations, establishing that you are a recognized leader in the industry, establishing the fact that you can help your potential client achieve that outcome that they are seeking. So it's really about moving beyond tactics. And our built to be heard is a philosophy. It's really meant to move people forward, the right people in the right rooms. We want to help the overlooked leaders and their businesses to become impossible to ignore. We're creating spaces for thoughtful leaders, and we again believe in human first leadership in this noisy world. You don't need to become louder to become more powerful or recognized. Now, I am going to be doing a series of live events on different platforms. And some of the events are going to be private, more intimate, so that we can have a networking component of it. I am a big believer in introducing leaders to other leaders. One of the biggest success stories that I had was a couple leaders came to a few leaders in particular came to an executive roundtable that I hosted last year. This wasn't planned, but they happened to be from the same city. Their businesses were based in the same city. Now, because they met at our executive roundtable, I of course encouraged them to meet in person. They did. They ended up working together, and the result of the revenue gain for both companies, one was 5 million, the second one was 7 million. So I love connecting people where the outcomes can be absolutely outstanding to what it is they're doing. The future really belongs to the leaders who are willing to be fully seen without losing themselves in the process or getting lost in technology. And I'd like to just remind you and your leadership staff that you were not built to disappear into the noise. I will say that again. You were not built to disappear into the noise. You were built to be heard. Please share your thoughts with this. Please share this live stream with someone if you think it can help them. And also, please DM me if you would like to be invited to one of our private events. We would love to have you join us. Take care.